Hey guys, welcome back to Bello ZOO, and you could see that I have to go with the camera quite high to capture all of the zoo so far. It's getting bigger and bigger, and we plan big expansion to this site, and I already showed you a little bit of my plans in the end of the previous video, and now you could see it all coming together a little bit more, and I think the main structure of how it's going to be, it's in there already. So here's going to be a turnaround for the buses, which will come with the visitors and guests. There will be no parking actually. I have an idea that the parking is somewhere in the bottom of this valley or something like that, where it's a big center, town, train station, whatever. I don't care. The only way how you could go into my zoo is using the train on the entrance A, and this is going to be entrance B, and you ought to take a bus which will take you and drop off here. And I've hidden some people generators behind or under the pergolas right here. So that's going to probably be the spots where our guest is going to come out, and here's will be another entrance and path to the top. I just pushed the on pause button and you could see a lot of people pour in. Now about this episode, I actually don't know in this moment which animal we are going to add, because I'm not sure we are even going to add an animal in this episode. You probably know it because you've seen the thumbnail, but in terms of the progress I'm shooting right now, I don't know really. Maybe we will just stick to adding some exhibits here, which I think we are going to cover with those ruins which I made from what we've already started in the last episode. So there's going to be some old ruins in here and in there, and we're going to make some use of them, probably hide some exhibits into it, maybe do some archeology camp or whatnot. We will see about it, but I have a lot of work to do actually here, where I already laid out my plans for the backstage. So there's going to be some backstage buildings, like an administration building, some warehouses and such stuff. So this is going to be placed in here, and of course the entrance, and I have to cover it with the foliage and stuff. Some restaurant, and I think we still can fit at least 2, maybe 3 animals in here. I have to decide which way to go with the animals. Maybe if we do not add any animal, and even if we do add animal in this episode, please let me know if you have any suggestions for the animals we could use for this area. Obviously this little valley is going to be filled out with some water, so I was thinking we could maybe get some flamingos. We can add some Asian animals which are more tropical than not, so Bengal tiger, Formosan black bear. Maybe we can do some crocodiles, and or we can continue a little bit more with Australia, use dingo. I would really appreciate feedback on this, which animals to add in the remaining part of Bello ZOO. And this is the progress I have so far on this area. It's really going to be big zoo, don't worry. I mean, it might seem a little bit small, but it's really not. So let's move with the progress here, okay? Now here's a little more progress for you. So we finished up on the exhibit area right here, I think, in this curve. When anybody is going into our zoo, this is basically the first thing he encounters, some animals. So we have added, what is this, pink tarantula? Oh no, yeah, it is Brazilian salmon pink tarantula. So let's look inside, maybe if we do have some. Okay, there she is. Okay, I think that's nice. I covered it with the temple ruins completely, and even inside, so it looks like it's completely surrounded or built into the old ruins. So I think this works very well. Obviously we still need to add some foliage to these old ruins, which also works very well. Let's get some more lighting to them. Okay, and I'm even considering to putting some of these to the workshop, so let me know if you would like that, because I think that looks pretty cool, and once we've added some trees and bushes inside, it will look even cooler. So moving on, here we have a little excavation area. So obviously still we are missing some signs. I would like to actually turn this little path here and the other side of the path in front of the kangaroo habitat into the education area, and definitely make some stands around this path about archaeology, about these ruins, who lived here and what's the purpose of them, and then obviously about the archaeology. There's still something of the archaeology ongoing, so we are having this little excavation area where they are extracting some old stuff from these holes. So I think this turns out very well. Still a couple touches and it will, I think it will work. We had to cut this little path through the ruins actually, but I don't mind that a lot. I think you will have one of the viewpoints from here to the excavation area, and definitely some education stands in there will work very well. Now moving on, this is not the only area where we did put in some work. So this is my backstage stuff facility, and I think we can turn the light again a little bit. Yes, that's as much better. So this little fella is already on the workshop. From me it's very basic and really just functional stuff facility. So we've got a staff room in here and a large keeper hut, and it's implied warehouse for the stuff that you can find in a usual zoo. Some little touches like, you know, crates and some oranges on the floor and pellets. And we will continue to work out on the backstage this way, where I would like to create some sort of a more administration building, hopefully later this week. And then of course this area is getting some love as well, so we are adding some pipes, like big pipes for the water treatment and for the water flow from this side down. I've made little bridges here. One is full concrete, one is a little bit more natural, and obviously this is okay, we still are missing some signs, so this should be like animal care center. So we do have a vet and quarantine inside this building. We have this little implied quarantine or veterinary little habitat in here, which would be universal for any animal that needs some care and some backstage roads. So it's starting to make sense all together just a little bit more, and I think we can move on with the progress just a tad bit. Alright guys, one more progress for you for this episode, and this one is about this building that I have added to the backstage. It's blocky, very blocky building. It's administration building of the zoo. It's all implied. I mean, there's nothing inside, and it doesn't fit here. It doesn't fit here at all, but that's completely fine. This is not supposed to fit into our zoo, and guests will not have any access or view of this building whatsoever. I just made a very little decoration in the Bello ZOO colors, so that's the bubbles, small bubbles. So we will have actually a hail of sorts on the back side of this building, so the guests won't see it. There will be habitat on this side obviously, and since this is already like the third progress I'm showing you, I'm pretty certain that there will be no no major animal in this episode. We will have just the exhibits that we've added already. But still, I would like to show you a little neat trick how to create this backstage stuff like this. So we have a pile of sand here. How did I do that? Okay, actually that's very simple. All you need to do is to have, in this case I have it concrete, so I have concrete back wall and a little bit of a floor tile and some side concrete walls. And what I then do is that I push terrain just a little bit, select the low intensity and low size. You could see I have 2 and just 50%, and I will just pull some terrain just a little bit to make a heap of sorts with the terrain like this. Alright, and then I will color it to what this is going to be actually what is terrain, yeah, so terrain, and there you go. You can also fit in some rocks, so we will create one more just right here. It doesn't allow us to make it higher on this side because there is a road nearby, so that's a bit unfortunate, but still I think we can do this one a little bit more rough, and we will color as a stone. That's fine. And then let's just add some stones to, or you know what, maybe we can actually do a pile of those temple blocks. Yeah, so let's do that. We will have one sticking out, small one, and then this sorts of, okay, that should work just fine. Maybe one more. Let's try to stick it inside a little bit more like this. Okay, so it will be pile of the stone blocks actually, and we can mix it up with some terrain and some soil like this, and one more little heap of coarse sand this time, and that's it. We have very nice backstage look of different materials that can be used for building the habitats, or just, you know, add some materials here and there where it is necessary, and it looks good. It costs basically nothing. It's just for the look. That's it. I think all we need to do right now is finish some foliage work around here and around our newly added backstage buildings, and I will show you the end result. Alright, now let's do the final review of what we have built in this episode. It's not much and it's mostly backstage, but we finished detailing of whole this section and the entrance and the road a little bit. It's all I could muster in this episode, but let's start here. Alright, because this is the only animals we added in this episode. It's these two amazing exhibits. I really like how it is built into the ruin wall, so that works pretty well. We do have some spiders, so arachnophobes, keep your distance. I try to, you know, add some fun here. The detailing is only on this side of the ruins, but it's all just, you know, broken, beaten down, nothing to it. However, if you are coming from this way, it means from the entrance A, you might encounter this little habitat. It says learn about the ruins. Hey buddy, yeah. funny. Oh, so we do have some education boards, so you can learn who built those ruins a little bit. Okay, let's change the camera slightly, ever so slightly. Okay, if you go inside of here, you can learn a little bit how they lived. So there is a little exhibit for you with some bed and bath and you know, just some basic props I could find, and I mustered some roof on it. You know, just imagine a little bit how you know, how was the life among these ruins. You could also do some little bit of a peekaboo into this dig site, so we will definitely come back to that from the other side. So let's go back, because this is not a walkthrough, and let's move a little bit. We still do have the kangaroos on the right. Okay, that's still not getting old. But we do have another education born here. What happened to them? Yeah, you can learn what happened to these little ruins and to the people who lived here. I don't know, but you know, it's all implied. And anyway, the last one is definitely about the archaeology, you know, and uncovering the things of the past. So I think this still looks amazing. And we just, you know, put a touch here and there, and that's it from for the progress for this area. We still do have this food truck. That's amazing. I did not put enough credit last time, but I will definitely do it this time for the things we added for our backstage. So let's get it over with, because I think it's definitely correct to, you know, do some recognition for the guys who do amazing stuff from the workshop. So we have these cool cars and some buses. Where are they? Sorry. Okay. These buses are done by Cool Dog. So definitely amazing creations. I could not have done it better. So that's buses which we probably going to use more of them. So this little round road is just for the buses. This is a drop-off point, and you can park your bus here. Here is okay, yeah. This is a little one more maybe trick for you. If you are using any kind of color scheme for your zoo, I always recommend to prepare this sort of display for you. This is the hexa number, which you can quickly type into the color management, you know, that kind of window, to get the proper color which I have, you know, shown on this little plaque. So that's another neat trick for you, how to remember and quickly access any colors you are using. So coming from this tunnel is the only way how to get into our zoo as a car. So here's a little marking, the bus is this way, and here's a little neat sign. That's from Porsley actually, and his pack of backstage things. I will definitely link all the, you know, mentioned items into the description, so you can get it as well. So there's a pack of signs on the road or on the sides, on the stands, like this one from Porsley. Definitely very useful if you are lazy to create them, you know, your own, which I definitely am. This is little sign to drop off to the right, and these are actually the in-game alphabets, so you can sink them into the road to get this little nice sign here. So a little bit rock work in here, a little planters. Still there is some more to do stuff in this area. I decided there will be like rocks that were there originally, and definitely the road was led through it, and this path as well, but these little bits remain here. So these are little backstage of ours, and we have this nice truck which was made by Romano, another thing from the workshop. I think I already talked about this backstage building which you can get off the workshop as well. It has some staff room, and on the workshop you can get one with the large keeper hut as well. So some clutter around, you know, to make it a little bit alive. On this side, this one, it is from Carlos, the animal transport set. Definitely very, very useful as well. I can only recommend. And here I made just you know, drop down bunch of things like the building blocks and stuff, another clutter around to make it more alive. Here's a little bit of that employee parking spots, and here's the building I talked already about. And I've made a hill on the other side of the building because I definitely don't want the guests to see it at all. So from this point, from here on, there will be some habitat in here which I would like you to suggest animal to me. And yeah, I think it works well. So this is the way how the Backstage works. There is this little road going in here into this spot and this section of zoo. You can definitely, you know, just move these benches a little bit, and with the cart you can get to the kangaroos, to the llamas. And if you take this road, actually there's this vet clinic and a little valley with some, you know, water drainage, getting the water out of the waterfall, and you will get to this part, which is this little lovely backstage area behind the orangutan amazing house, and it all works together very well, I think. So let's get some bird view a little bit. So you could see that this part of a zoo is taking its shape. I try to surround the zoo mostly with, you know, some backdrop trees, so we can get some nice screenshots. There will be the entrance here. I think everything is slowly preparing to finish off this area. However, don't worry, I have a surprise or two for you still. So there will definitely be some more interesting stuff for you. So drop me a message into a Discord or into the comments if you have anything for me, any feedback, and like or subscribe, appreciate it. And guys, I definitely hope to see you in the next one, because I know we need to add some more animals. This backstage stuff can be boring. I mean, I have fun building it. I'm not sure how much fun is, you know, to watch it, but it's, you know, it's a lot of work. It doesn't seem to be, but it is a lot of work to do all this detailing around here. So guys, have fun. Goodbye.